Hey guys, we're going to do page 4 in the note packet today. This is the last new thing that we are going to learn, and then we're just going to practice for the next few days. We are going to practice on page 4 with solving, and so we are going to solve by factoring. It's going to be what we've been doing the last few days, but we are going to take one extra step at the end, and I'll let you know when we know how to do that. First, though, I need you to pause the video and write down the zero product property because I'm going to read it and then I'm going to move on. What we're going to do today is made possible by this product property. So if the product of two or more factors is equal to 0, then at least one or more factor is equal to 0. And I'm going to do the example first, and then I will show you where this comes into play. So we will zero back to this. But we are going to jump right into this example, and it says solve by factoring. So you're like, okay, I know how to factor. And the solve part may throw you off, but that's just a step we're going to add at the end. So the first thing you always want to do when we look for problems in any problem, anything that we've done this week or last week or whatever, you always want to make sure your problem is set equal to 0. Now, if there is nothing here, if it just said x squared plus 3x plus 4 and there was no equal 0, you can just assume there is one there. But here, it's clearly not set equal to 0. So again, the first step you want to do is make sure your equation is set equal to 0. So you want to make your equation equal to 0. So here my equation is not set equal to 0, so I need to get rid of this 18 and so that I can put a 0 there. Well, I can get rid of the 18 by subtracting from 18 from both sides. Remember, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Now this will get rid of that so that I have 0 over here. 18 minus 18 is 0, but I need to rewrite this side here so that I can account for my 18. And if you notice, what we've been doing every day this week was factoring. We had our first term that had x squared, then we had the number with the x in the middle, and then we had our number that was alone at the end. So this 18 is alone, so it's going to go at the end of my equation. So I'm going to rewrite this to be x squared plus 3x minus 18 equals 0. All right, once I get here, I should have a problem that is very easily factorable. So I'm going to find the factors of 18 that get me 3. So I have 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. I hope you agree with me that 3 and 6 will work. And it will be, I want positive 3. So I know that a positive 6 minus 3 will get me a positive 3. 6 minus 3, so a positive 6 and a negative 3. And what you want to do is we work so hard to get this set equal to 0, so you're going to bring this down each time. Bring it down each time with the problem, because this is what we did up until today in this class. We know how to do this. This part isn't new, but the directions say to solve by factoring. Solve means you want to solve for what x equals. So we're going to take it one step further to figure out what x equals. All right, now this is where the zero product property comes into play. So if we read it again, it says if the product of two or more factors is equal to 0, well, these are factors. When I tell you to factor, I'm telling you to find the factors of this polynomial. This is one factor and this is another factor. They both are set equal to 0, so that's good. Then at least one or more factor is set equal to 0. So that means I can split these two up here. I can take this x plus 6 and set it equal to 0, and I can take this x minus 3 and set it equal to 0. Please watch the next video as I am out of time for what I do after this. It's very important. 1 second.